Hi everyone, Michael Berge with Digiday, back here on the day 3 of Possible, and we are wrapping up our video interviews with none other than Vizon, who is the Director of Integrated Media for Kroger. Did I get that right?
That's correct, you got it.
Man, it's the last day. We're all running a little bit low on energy here,
yes.
so but
You're in
it's
good
great
company.
to see you. Well, thanks for being here. Let's start off with, were you here last year? Were you here for Possible Year 1, or is this your first time?
This is year 2 for me.
Okay.
So pretty excited to see the turnout. It feels like we have doubled the size of attendees. We've got really good representation between marketers, ad tech, media partners. You're seeing the whole plethora of folks here, which is wonderful. It's nice to catch up with old friends and meet new friends.
Good. As a marketer, I'm sure a lot of the ad tech people are really wanting to spend lots of time with you, right?
Yeah. And there's some whose names I've never even heard of before. But that's encouraging to me because that tells me the industry is thriving, it's buzzing again.
Yeah.
It's wonderful to feel that energy in the rooms.
Good. So as a pretty major marketer, the landscape of options to you has exploded, including the retail media network space, which I know another part of Kroger is very much involved in. As a marketer, how are you navigating that space to ensure you're in the right places to reach your consumers and not wasting your marketing dollars?
Yeah, and it's a great question. And for us...
And kind of like the if everyone had a crystal ball, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it's been amazing, really incredible to see the retail media industry grow by leaps and bounds as it has. And as you said, we have Kroger Precision Marketing that is, within the Kroger world. And we are actually working in close partnership with them. And so even though we represent the brand marketing side of the house, we now think of retail media, KPM, as a part of our holistic and integrated plans.
Yeah.
They play a very certain role, and we are very happy to test and innovate with them, but we are thinking of them not in a silo as a separate part of the things that we do, but fully integrated now and part and parcel. I feel like it's helping to make us a lot smarter. It gives us more choices to better reach our customers where they are in the places where KPM really is quite successful in reaching those customers and being able to measure them in a closed loop way. But it really rounds out the rest of our buys, which our buys are truly holistic and 360. We've got a huge effort around brand awareness, driving brand equity and growth, around fresh, around value, around our e-com modalities. As well as our private label brands called Our Brands and Kroger Health. So we ourselves have become quite diversified, but these are all the different services and offerings that we do extend to our customers, and KPM plays a really critical role as a part of our overarching media strategies and plans.
Got it. Okay. Brand safety has to be part of the way you navigate this landscape. How do you ensure that your brand is showing up in the right place and not in places where there's potential to be, adjacent to content you don't want to be near?
Yeah. So the MFA topics, made for advertising, has really, there's so much talk about it.
The latest boogeyman,
Yeah. And, the ANA published a wonderful report.
Absolutely.
The programmatic guidelines back in December, and I think everybody's really taking a close look at it, and how it's helping to now inform and guide the way we think about brand safety and applying it with greater rigor, refining our approaches even further. There's even new partners that are coming on board, or that at least are now becoming apparent to us, that are going to help us do a better job of tracking where our ads are appearing and helping us to better audit and track these things.
Yeah, is that like IAS and Double Verify or other companies?
You've got Deep Sea, I believe, is one. Jounce is another one.
Oh, Jounce, yes,
Yeah,
right.
yes. But we also use third-party auditing partners like an Ubiquity, and they have gone quite deep into this area as well. But I attended right at the start of this conference on Monday. There was a Brand Safety Institute 3-hour session with Lou Pascalis and the Brand Safety Group. Gum Gum was also there. Michelle Hulst was one of the presenters, and they did a phenomenal job. Just kind of outlining and what are the things that we need to be watching out for, but then also making sure that we're just not applying a broad sledgehammer at the out of excessive caution for reputational risk. That there are really quite more strategic ways of doing this, while also helping to support those publishers, those content providers who are actually trying to do a really good job in putting out trustworthy information, really very thoughtful and journalism and truth out there and trying to combat misinformation. And so I think, the industry in which we are, it is a very powerful industry. And if we could collectively utilize our voices and advocate for smarter approaches, better targeting while still being brand safe, while also, contributing to the greater good, I think that would be to the benefit for everybody.
Great words there. AI opens up a whole new landscape of potential, but also potential for misinformation, kind of bad use of stuff. Where do you stand with the incorporation of AI, either in any of your efforts, but then also ensuring that the bad side of AI, the potentially bad side of AI, doesn't creep into where you operate?
Yeah, so we are actively doing pilots and test and learns. And our approach right now is really focused on driving operational efficiency. We are treading very lightly when it comes to generative AI, and doing it in ways that are very small scale, because for us, we feel like you have to understand it. The only way you're going to understand it is to actually run some pilots through the pipes, see what kind of outputs you're getting. And so even just in our closed room environment of doing these kinds of things, so say we have a whole bunch of assets that we want to throw into the pool and see what Gen AI actually does with it. And how does it land when the ad is actually put all together. Is it complying to our own brand safety guidelines, our look, tone, and feel? And in some cases, yes, but in a lot of ways, it's not quite there yet. So that's where I feel like we can also play a role then to help inform the AI on what good and great actually looks like, so it is actually fed into the algorithms and the models so that it does start to improve over time. I mean, I feel like that's a responsibility we should all be taking seriously, because that's the only way you're going to get great quality content.
Well, let's hope the rest of the industry pays attention to that too, because it sounds like a very measured and careful approach, but while still, kind of testing it out. So, great. Well, thank you for that explanation. Thank you so much for your time. I'll let you. I think you're speaking this afternoon on stage, correct?
Yeah. Sometime this afternoon, talking about the movable middles and a pilot that we had done where it actually proved in not only by targeting the movable middles who are customers or shoppers who are more favorable to our brand, to Kroger, not only are we driving improved results in short-term sales, but actually long-term results that completely surprised us. So 7 months after the fact, we are still seeing incredible and powerful sales impact way after the fact. And so these are the kinds of learnings that we love to do with the MMA. We are pretty active participants in doing pilots with the MMA, and it's because it's helping to fast track our learning and bring that knowledge back amongst our teams, and it helps to inform our future strategies and plans. And the end goal here is to minimize our waste and ad spend and drive greater return, right?
Of course.
Yeah, so that's the approach that we like to take.
Good. Well, good luck.
Thank
you
you.
for taking some time with us.
Yeah.
That is Vizon with Kroger. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.